Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, August 12th. Hey, I just posted the new episode of my podcast. You got to go check it out. Go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. Click on the tab that says podcast, and you can listen to it. It's also on Spotify. If you go to Spotify and you search for Mike Norman MMT podcast, you should find it. And then once you have it, just subscribe to it over there. I put one out every week, every Wednesday. I record them on Tuesday. I put them out on Wednesday. All right. I called the top a little bit too soon yesterday. The market is going higher, and I'll tell you why. Fiscal flows, boy, oh boy, they are just surging. And as you know, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago, I said, look, we're going to have the tax payments in July. We're going to have the end of the $600 weekly supplemental unemployment benefits. Rent payments are due, mortgage payments are due. I basically was looking for not a contraction, but a slowdown in the rate of growth, and also a reduction in the fiscal flows, the spending. But that just didn't happen. Now, as I've been telling you, if I look at unemployment insurance benefits, if I look at average daily benefits being paid out by the Treasury, now that's going down. I mean, you could take a look at a graph. I have a graph that I put together on the data going back over the last number of weeks. And, you know, that really is like going over a cliff. So, I mean, that's obvious. I can see that. Anyone could see that if I showed you the data. I mean, you could see that. The slowdown in those payments, the reduction in the amount of those payments, I mean, that is evident. That is unequivocal. We could see that. But the thing is, overall spending just keeps on growing. We are now 1.64 trillion above where we were at this time last year, which that is a new record high for a year-over-year increase. It's enormous, and we're over 6 trillion in the spending. So those flows are just lifting everything up, and I suspect we're going to see better economic data. The market's going to react to that. So we are going to see new record highs in the S&P, and probably in the Dow, and probably in the Russell 2000. So it's too soon to sell. And I have a feeling, and I kind of was thinking about this for a long time, that this weird disparity, this weird divergence between the AAII weekly sentiment survey and the put-call ratio. And I've been telling you, the put-call ratio is like extreme overbought, right? But the AAII survey, that is the American Association of Individual Investors, that thing has been like so bearish the whole entire time. And you know, I kind of had this suspicion that, you know, we're going to have to wait until that thing flips into the bullish column. It may be soon. It could be like happening, you know, as soon as we make new highs. Could be in a week or two. I don't know. But I think we need to see that first. These flows are enormous. You know, this is the thing. I mean, when the tide comes up, you know, it floats all boats, right? I mean, it's just going to... And yeah, I mean, it's not going equally into the economy. I get that. There's a lot of people hurting. I walk around my neighborhood here in New York City, and like so many businesses are closed and shut down, and they're not coming back. And people are leaving in droves. And, you know, evictions are up and mortgage delinquencies are up. I get all that. But the money has to go somewhere. And when the government is spending so much, it gets funneled into these large corporations, and their profits go up. And even if it's a smaller and smaller universe of companies that are the recipient or the beneficiary of these flows, these companies are getting so big. Look at Apple, a $2 trillion market capitalization. I mean, these companies, even if we're talking about a handful of companies, they're getting so big that they're literally just dragging up the market averages. Let me just talk a little bit about gold. We are in a correction, and I believe we can go down further. This is not the end of the bull market, but this could persist a little bit for a while, this gold correction. And the dollar counter trend rally may endure for a little while longer too, but I'm selling dollar rallies. I'm selling dollar rallies. Over time, the dollar's going to go lower. Just trust me on that. So that's where we are, folks. Massive fiscal flows, boosting everything, flowing into a smaller and smaller number of companies, but they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger by virtue of the fact that they're just sucking up a greater percentage of those flows. They've kind of eclipsed all other entities, and they're just like, their presence is enormous. They're sucking up more of those flows. They're becoming bigger and bigger, and they're just dragging up the market averages. So too soon to short, but there will be a time. There will be a time. All right, that's it for now. Remember, go check out my podcast. I'm talking about Biden. I'm talking about Bernie. Talking about payroll taxes and Social Security and the relationship there. A lot of good stuff. pitbulleconomics.com, and while you're there, sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. See you tomorrow. Bye.